so many faces in this room on this very early morning. Right now I will give you a little bit of insight to the new professional special interest group where I work at IFLA, and I will show you lots of pictures during the next 10 minutes. But first of all, I would be really interested to see if there are any students in this room. So if you are a student, please use the sign right now. Oh yeah, quite a lot actually. And I would also be interested in another group of people that have already graduated from their studies and who have worked for a couple of years. I see one down there. Oh yeah. Really, lots of you are actually the target group of the NPSIG, of the new professional special interest group. So in general, we are open to everyone, but you are our target group. So maybe you are quite familiar with some of these topics over there. We are dealing with these during our programs and all of our activities which we have. So it's about entering the profession, how to integrate mentoring programs during conferences or in professional associations like IFLA, and many more. We have a couple of key missions. So first of all, we are a forum at IFLA for people like you and me. I'm also still a student, as you heard. And this is a forum at IFLA. Then, of course, we want to actively involve you in the work of IFLA and in the network. And the more general mission of us is to just connect people like you through all over the world. Because, as you know, especially for students and people that are new to the profession, it's maybe not that easy to get to events like IFLA or to other conferences due to limited budget or restrictions at work, so you maybe are not able to leave. So we try to connect all these people not only on site at the conferences, but also online, during the online way. I will talk about this a little later. And in general, we just want to make to whet appetite to go to conferences and to do networking, because this is really fun. I mean, you meet so many nice people, you can really make friends, and you will come back to conferences again and again. But you first have to experience this, of course. And we have a quite open community in our NPSIG, which allows really everyone to get involved. So maybe you have already took a look at the papers at your seats. So you know there are sections at IFLA, but there are also special interest groups. And these only have like 2 official people being elected, and we don't have the thing like standing committee that you have to be elected for. We are just open. If there is anybody out there in the world who wants to do something with us, who has something to work on, who has a question, we are there, and everyone can really join us quite easily. Here you can have a little bit of background about the history of our group. So we have been founded in 2004. I think it was the IFLA Congress in Buenos Aires as New Professionals Discussion Group. And then a couple of years later we turned into a special interest group, which is the next step. And over there you can see that we had programs at every IFLA conference since back then. The pictures you see over there are from last year from Gothenburg in Sweden, where we had a really nice pre-conference which was called Global Librarian. Pre-conference are really pre-conference or satellite meetings, as they are called officially, are really important part as well of IFLA. Maybe you've seen them on the website too. This year, of course, we have also a session. This actually takes place tomorrow in the morning, which the session is called New Professionals Beyond New Professionals, and we will be dealing with skills and competencies of a new generation of alliance professionals. Actually, this is we have some kind of online registration, so if you're lucky, you could try to get to the session tomorrow, but we have reached the limit, I think. And we are already planning for next year for the IFLA Congress in Helsinki, of course. And what you're going to find there is a pre-conference, which will be in the mode of an unconference. It's called IFLA Camp. We are going to meet there, and we will do the whole program on site. Maybe you are already familiar with bar camps. So, but you know, we don't meet only at the IFLA conferences. It's really important to do lots of outreach, especially for our target group of students and people new to the profession. So we seize every chance that we get to go to other conferences, talk to the people, and really raise awareness about the identity of being a new professional and how it's like to get into this library world as a new person. So over there, you can see some pictures of a conference which is called Bobcats. Maybe you heard about that before. This takes place every January, and it's based in Europe. It's a conference organized by students for LIS students, and we did some kind of workshop over there this year, which was about finding key competences of new professionals. And it's really fun to work on all these different things. So the groups in this workshop, they had to draw pictures of the ideal new professional in the year of 2011. And we do that frequently on a national level, but also on an international level, of course. And what I can tell you from my work in the NPSIG, there are lots of benefits to get involved, not only in this group, but also at IFLA in general. So, as you already heard from the other speakers, you really have a chance to get access to a rich personal and professional network. You really can make a lot of friends here, which is at this place, at this conference, which is really unique in the library world, I think. Then you, of course, can train your personal and professional skills, like speaking in front of a huge crowd, like I do right now, for example. And also during the standing committee meetings, or if you have a poster session or a paper in one of the sessions. Then, of course, you can bring a lot of inspiration back to your daily work at home. So if you are here, you maybe hear from people from a totally different area of the world, how they deal with problems that you also have to deal with in your home country. And you can really bring back a lot of good ideas, I think. In general, it's about an impact you can have through work at IFLA on the wider profession. So it's not only about shaping your own professional future, but it's also about shaping the profession at home or in total for the future. As I told you, we are also really much focusing on the online activities of our group. So here you have a short overlook of the main entrance points if you are interested in the work of the NPSIG. So we have a blog, which you can see a screenshot over there. Then, of course, we are present at Facebook and on Twitter, which makes it really, really easy for our global community to follow what we are doing and also to comment on stuff or give us some more ideas what we could do. But there are lots of more things, like a YouTube channel where we upload sessions like the workshop which I showed you, and many more things. There's also another thing you should be aware of as a student especially. There's a program going on which is called the Adopt a Student program. This has been established by the section of education and training a couple of years ago. And this is about connecting students to people that are already busy and working at IFLA. And you can get a mentor. It's a mentoring program basically. So down there you can see Petra Hauke. She's in the first row. She's part of the section of education and training, and she will get you the right mentor for you. So if you're interested in a specific topic, and there's a section for this at IFLA, you will get some mentor. And this program also involves other things, like you could probably get a membership for 1 year as a student, or many more things. You should check their website. This is a really interesting program. So basically, I wish you a really nice week here in San Juan at the IFLA Congress. As you heard from the other speakers, it's really, you don't have to be afraid of anything or anyone. Just speak to the people if you're standing in line for coffee break. Everyone is pretty open. My first IFLA Congress was, as you heard, in 2008 in Quebec. I was a student and I was really impressed by the openness of people. And you should not only go to the sessions where the papers are being presented, but also really seize the chance and go to the standing committee meetings. In the short program, short note before my talk, there are some this afternoon. You can see them in the program as SC1 or 2. and there will be lots of more study committee meetings during